Hey, what's up guys, BeauHD here, and this is BLU's first 5G smartphone called the BLU F91 5G, which supports GSM carriers like T-Mobile and Metro PCS, among others. We've been covering BLU phones for many years now, since I first started making videos on Slash.tv, formerly known as PhoneDog.com. And so it's nice to see how they've continued to thrive over the years and adopt new standards and features in their devices, one of which is 5G connectivity. So right now, this phone is about $250 off contract over on Amazon. I'll place a link down below in the description for you to check it out if you would like. But I want to go ahead and share with you what I like about this phone, what is left to be desired, and then help you rationalize it if you're thinking about picking one up for yourself. First of all, you get a large 6.8-inch display with a retina-pleasing 2460 by 1080 resolution that translates to about a 396 pixel per inch index. So content is going to look super nice and sharp, and you're going to be able to enjoy consuming all of your favorite Slashdot videos with this big display. Of course, that does come at the cost of one-handed usability. This is more of a two-handed phone, I will say. It also looks really sleek and stylish too, with that reflective sky blue color scheme and those big, or that one big camera module that's gonna catch some eyes for sure. That's kind of the trend these days, is to have a really big camera module. They're kind of going for the bigger is better approach, which is not universally true. The fingerprint scanner is side mounted and embedded with a power sleep on off button, which I absolutely love. It works great in my testing to unlock the phone quickly and pretty consistently. I would just like to see all phones adopt a fingerprint scanner like this, just as a sort of backup method, if nothing else. Because this phone also does have Face ID, which is a nice option to have, so you get a handful of various security unlocking methods, but a password and a fingerprint scanner like the one I just talked about are going to be your most secure methods. What I also love is all the various ports. You get a USB-C charging port, a headphone jack, and I guess while this isn't a port, I'm still going to mention it here, a micro SD card slot for expandable storage up to 256 gigabytes. You don't see that very often these days. There's also a ton of content in the box. You have your usual charging cable and paperwork, but you also get a case and a screen protector, a pair of earphones, and even a BLU sticker. That's kind of nice. And then the last thing I really love about this phone is battery life. You get a massive 5,000 milliamp hour battery that can be charged via 18-watt fast wired charging, as well as 10-watt wireless charging. That is an absolute must-have feature for me. I have wireless charging pads all over my home, so it's great to see this feature on the spec sheet. So those are the winners. Those are the features that I really like about the BLU F91 5G, but there are some other features, other less to be desired features and things about this phone that I think BLU could work on. For starters, the phone is running Android 11 with the latest security update from December of last year. Android 13 is, as you probably know, rolling out to the masses later this year, or it's already in beta actually, so it's only a matter of months away. So it's a bummer to see a 2-year-old operating system on this 2022 phone, as well as an outdated security patch. There's also some bloatware pre-installed, like an app called Newspop, Sheen, and a couple pre-installed games. It's actually not too egregious, but I think still worth mentioning. The MediaTek Dimensity A10 octa-core processor enables 5G, which is great, but it's not the quickest processor in the world. There's the occasional frame drop and stutter when quickly navigating the phone that I imagine is going to get worse with the more apps you have installed and the more storage space you take up. And the cameras, while certainly not terrible, they appear better on paper than in practice. You get a quad camera array, 48 megapixel main camera with a depth sensor, 5 megapixel wide angle, and macro lens, all great to see, but image quality is certainly a step below what you'd expect to see from a more premium flagship with similar lenses. You see some aggressive sharpening in the software, and saturation has been cranked up to, I would say, hyper-realistic levels in some cases. The camera system and its various lenses are definitely appreciated, but they'll probably leave you feeling fairly underwhelmed. So who is the F91 5G for? Should you buy one? First of all, I would say that I would really only recommend this phone if you have a GSM carrier like T-Mobile, Metro PCS, or another GSM carrier on the market. Sadly, AT&T is actually not one of them, so that really kind of limits the demographics that this phone is available for at the moment. And second of all, you have to be in the market for a sub $300, $250 maybe budget smartphone, which sort of limits your options. If you like to load your phone up with a ton of apps and just storage in general, and you want a big phone that lasts all day on a single charge, well, then this is going to be a very solid option for you. Just keep in mind, it's really not going to probably be supported for as long as a more premium smartphone from a larger manufacturer. I mean, the most obvious proof of that is the fact that it's currently running Android 11 software, and December 2021 was the last time it received a security patch. There's definitely some enticing features. BLU does a really good job just crushing the spec game every time they release a smartphone, especially for, what's offered in the price range. But, do your research is what I'm trying to get at. There's a lot of phones out there. Some cost a little more, some cost a little less, but there are trade-offs. So, you're not going to get the most up-to-date software with this phone, but you do get some pretty killer hardware features. If that's a fair trade-off for you, then you should absolutely look into the F91 5G. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and place a link to this phone down below in the description so you can check it out, do some research, and investigate your purchase some more. With that said, guys, if you have any other questions, concerns, let me know in a comment down below. I'd appreciate a like, maybe subscribe if you're brand new. Otherwise, I'll see you right back here in the next one. See ya.